everyone, this is Raul Hellcat back at you again with another cool video. Today, hot day in New Jersey. Hot, hot, hot. But no better day than a hot day to do this mod that we're going to be doing today. Yes, it's mod day for the Trackhawk. Yes, we haven't done a mod in a while, but that's okay. We have mods lined up. We don't have to do them every single day to stay relevant, but we do have to do them every once in a while. So we are staying relevant right now with another cool mod for the Trackhawk. Yes, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We are doing more taillight tint. Yes, we have taillight tint going on. This is probably the third layer of taillight tint. And you're wondering why so many layers of taillight tint? Because not one company makes the tint that I want for this taillight. There is one company that actually does paint the taillight, and if I ever divulge this mod down the road or get this mod down the road, we will get that taillight, which will eliminate all this stuff. But until that time, I'm going to show you what I'm looking for in taillight tint today that I don't have on there now. Without further ado, let me show you. The tint that I've done thus far on the back of the Trackhawk is as follows. We've done taillight tint with Lux, which encompassed the reverse taillight, the third brake light, and the parking reflector bumper, the bumper reflector tint. We've done that already, but that's all that Lux makes for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, whether it's a regular Jeep Grand Cherokee, a limited X, high altitude, Summit, Trackhawk SRT. It's all the same tint, and they just made it for at least the tail light part. They only made it for the reverse light. So that's not the total look that I was looking for. I wanted more. So the second company that I invested in was Rivian. Rivian, I've already put out the video for Lux, and I've also put out the video for Rivian. Rivian actually got a lot of views, and so did Lux. So Rivian was basically the inner part, so it gave you that racetrack look on the back of the taillight. It looks really cool. It's the middle part, right? And it looks great. But here's the thing, it's missing one more piece. And the piece that's missing that I really want is the piece that goes around the outside part of the racetrack. So you have this inner piece that's going to be the inside part of the racetrack. You have the racetrack itself. And now I want to tint the outside of the racetrack. Now I also want to tint on the outside part of the side marker. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. Okay, so here again is the taillight. And again, what I've done thus far, this is the Lux tint right here. This the Rivian is right here, okay? And it only goes, the Rivian only goes to here, right? So this is the racetrack that I was talking about before. So we got the racetrack going around, racetrack goes around, and that we're not gonna tint. But I wanna tint the outside of this, okay? I wanna tint the outside of this, and I wanna tint the outside here, and I wanna tint this side marker. The side marker I wanna tint. So this is what I wanna tint, and I found a company that actually does it. In fact, this company, I probably could have invested in this company even earlier, but I didn't find them until after I did the Rivian. But basically, their taillight tint is gonna actually, it could replace the Rivian, but I'm not gonna do that. So the kit is pretty intense on making this whole piece exactly what I'm looking for. It's gonna tint the entire taillight except for the racetrack. But we're not gonna tint the middle anymore. We're just gonna do the outside part. So let me show you what I got as we do the unboxing. The unboxing is next. Okay, here's the box. This is the box, and this box comes from Crux Moto. It's spelled C-U-R-X, Crux. Crux is a very popular brand, probably not as popular as Lux, but popular nonetheless, where I finally figured out that I should invest in seeing if their tint is going to work as well. Now, you always hear stories about, will the tint go on easy? Will the tint not go on easy? Lux was super easy. What I mean by easy is that it's pliable, that it's not too thick, that it's workable, it's not going to have bubbles, it's not going to have wrinkles, and if it does have wrinkles or bubbles, it's easy to get out with some heat, okay? The Lux was very easy to put on and very easy to work with. Rivian, not so much. I probably would never do Rivian again, but I mean, I don't even see them having that tint available anymore. So I don't know if they got bad feedback or what. It was a new up and coming company. I actually have one more kit left in case I do mess up or did mess up. But let's cut to the chase here. We don't want to talk about Rivian anymore. We're going to talk about Crux. So with this Crux kit, I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful as we unbox this. Let me open the box. It's got a tube in here. Let's hope that what's in here is going to be easy to work with. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing the entire taillight tint that they offer. It's good to have the extra pieces though, in case I ever want to take the Rivian parts off. But for today, we just want to do the outside. So, without further ado, let me unbox this thing. So, all right. So this is the description of the tint. It's Jeep Grand Cherokee taillight tint, gloss black, outer air release, 20% dark smoke. In fact, let's see. I'll show you the packaging there. So that's the packaging from Crux Moto. So that is what I am going to put on. So with this, let me do this. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it starts off with exactly the piece I'm looking for. Exactly the piece I'm looking for. Exactly the piece I'm looking for. All right, so maybe we'll save that for last. That's a pretty big piece. Pretty big piece. Okay. So let me do this. Boy, this is a lot of tint. We'll just put this away just for one brief second. One brief second. Let's show you what I'm not going to use today. And that is exactly what was part of the Rivian kit. So the Rivian kit was all about this inside piece. So this piece here would go here in the center, but I'm not going to use it. But it's nice to have. It's nice to have extra. Not going to use this today. No sense taking off the Rivian and putting this on. So it's still good to have. Still good to have. All right. So what was this piece? I don't remember what this is. This. Oh, okay. This must be like a test piece. All right. So when they get, so every company, all right, Lux is really great for doing this. What they do is if you have 2 taillights, they'll give you tint for 3. So you can practice. You have a practice tint. Rivian did have practice tint as well. They did have practice tint. They gave you 3 of these pieces. So kudos to Rivian, kudos to Lux. This company, Crux, this is the only piece they gave you as a tester. And trust me, this piece is not going to do it. Because what we need to do is it's going to be in the curved areas. So it's not going to be as easy when you're doing curves versus flats. And this is simply not going to cut it. This is kind of a waste of time, and it really would ruin the tint that's already on there. So not going to use this. This is what we're going to be putting on today. And it's pretty substantial. Okay, so let's see here. We have the top. I don't even know if I'm going to be using all of this, but this is the RaceTrack. See how this is an outline? It's really the outside of the taillight. So this is going to be definitely for the driver's side. So that's going to go around here, and if you can visualize it, oh, it's in 2 pieces. Okay, so you have the outer and you have the inner. So it is for both. So these are the 4 pieces that we're going to be working with today. So hopefully we can get this done in under 30 minutes. I know that I want to keep the video at least 30 minutes, or I want to keep the video under 30 minutes. And my apologies if we don't, but we're going to do our best. It has to be over 65 degrees, which it is. It's right now it's 88 degrees. And I didn't want to do it in the bright sun because it was so hot today in the sun. I had to wait for it to shade. We have another hour and a half worth of light. Hopefully, we'll have this done. At least we'll have one side of it done, if not both sides of it done, prior to the end of tonight. So without further ado, let's stop talking and let's get started. I'm gonna quickly read the instructions. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just had a laugh and a chuckle because it says that the instructions say, for installation, please check our YouTube video. Come on, man. I'm not gonna go do that right now. I gotta put this on now. This is what we're doing. We're putting it on now. I've already done tint so many times. I'm pretty much I'm good enough with it where I don't need a video at this point. This is the video that's going to help you. So I know how to put the tint on. So I'm hopeful that we don't run into any issues. The only thing that I worry about is I don't have any practice tint. Maybe I should buy another kit. Well, let's put it this way. If this is a fail, all right, it could be a fail. We're going to have another fail video, which I don't like doing, but we might have another fail video. And I might have a second kit. I could have sworn I bought 2 just in case, but I'm not sure because the price wasn't that bad. And if I have to buy another kit, I will buy another kit. But for now, let's try to do this. Let's do this right now. Okay, so we're going to do it the Lux way, because Lux, that's another great thing about Lux. For the price that you pay, you get all this cool stuff that we're going to reuse. So I'm going to thank Lux on the Crux video. Yes, you're going to have to, because Crux, you should have included this stuff. So the 3 things that I got from Lux that are invaluable is, first we have a rag. This rag came from the Lux kit. We have the squeegee. Squeegee came from the Lux kit. I did get a squeegee from Rivian. I did, except it was too thick. This is more pliable. It's plastic, but it's almost like rubber. And then we have the good old spritz, spritz, spritz alcohol spray. So without these 3 things, Crux, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You have to buy a Lux kit in order to put your kit on. Just saying. But this is invaluable. I don't know why you don't include the alcohol prep, the rag, or the squeegee. So we have those things, so we're still in business. The other thing that I'm going to use is detail spray. I'm going to use detail spray to, actually, I might use waterless wash just to clean this off, because we want to clean this off 3 times. I'm going to use the waterless wash, I think. I'm going to use the detail spray next, so I got waterless wash. And all the stuff. I'm going to promote Adams polishes now. So we got Adams polishes, waterless wash, and detail spray. So we're going to do the waterless wash first, detail spray second, alcohol spray third, and then we apply. So it's pretty simple. And just in case if we need heat, I got a hair dryer too. So those are the things that you're going to need to do this. You're going to need the squeegee, the rag, the alcohol for sure. If your taillight's clean, then you don't need to do the waterless wash or the detail spray. I haven't had a chance to wash this today, so I don't want to take a chance. I got dust. Dust is your enemy. Dirt is your enemy when it comes to this stuff. You have to have a clean surface. So the last thing I have is a hair dryer, just in case I need it. I don't think I do, because it's pretty warm out. I'm not in direct sunlight. That's the only thing that might hamper, and we don't know how workable this tint is just yet. We're going to find out right now. So let's do the first step. Waterless wash. Use the same squeegee. Use all 4 corners. Good stuff. Adams, thank you. I got a little bit of dirt, so it's good that you do these steps, because again, dirt is your enemy. So the next step, use a little detail spray. Detail spray a little bit, so the waterless wash will get the real loose surface dirt. The detail spray will get down into almost the pores of the plastic and get rid of some dirt that the waterless wash couldn't get off, because it's clean, but you want it to be super clean. And then finally, the final application is the alcohol. The alcohol will take off all the residue from those 2 products. And this way you're gonna have a nice, clean surface that when after it's bonded to the car, it will never come off, and I plan on taking it to the car wash tomorrow. That'll be the test. Now we're going to do a little alcohol spray. Normally I would put it on the taillight, but because I have the other tint, I don't want to ruin that, so I'm just going to put it on the rag and use my finger to guide the area which I want to clean. Super clean now, super clean. I just got to remember my 4 corners, which alcohol's on the right. Okay, so the next step, we're going to start cutting. And make sure we get the right side on the right side. So, and that's another thing too. They don't clearly mark where the tint goes. You basically have to eyeball it. Oh, I take that back. They did. Yes. Okay. I apologize. They put a D here for driver and P for passenger. Thank God. Finally. Someone didn't put left and right. What's up with that? Left and right. Okay, so if you're facing the back of the car, left is on the driver's side and passenger side is right? If you're facing the car, now left is passenger side and right is driver's side. Makes no sense. But when you put a D for driver's side, it doesn't matter which way you're facing the car. The D side is where the steering wheel is. Come on, that is brilliant. So thank you Crux, for that. All right, so the first step is we're gonna cut these in pieces. Passenger side, we're not going to use this right now. Put this away. Alright, driver's side. Man, this gets tricky. I think this is pretty protected on the paper where I don't have to cut it because it's too close. It's too close for comfort. I'm not going to cut that. Alright, so which one do we do first? I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna do the side. I'm gonna do the big piece first. So I'm gonna do a little zoom. Well, you really can't zoom. It's not gonna work. But trust me, I will show you when I'm done. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't panic. It's a very pretty big piece, but I think I can work it. Let's do it. I'm still working the tint. First piece of feedback. Okay, we had Lux that was very workable, very thin enough. Not too thin, very thin, but not too thin. We had Rivian that was thick. Workable, but very thick, too thick. This stuff, Crux, I'm not gonna say it's just right, but it's more on the thin side. But I'd rather have thin than thick, so it's thinner than Lux. But we'll see how good it's workable. Right now, it's still not completely straight, but don't worry, I'm still working it. I want to get all the kinks out, all the bubbles out, and do this right the first time with no mistakes. So bear with me. Be right back. Okay, the next step, I think I'm ready now to raise the back because I want to start tucking in. So let me raise the back, let me tuck in, and then we'll go from there. So let me raise the back. Raise the back, and then we'll tuck it in, and I'll give you a quick show of what it looks like. So bear with me. Squeegee time. It's a little squeegee. You know, it's so thin. I mean, I could actually do it with my fingers, but I'm going to try the squeegee. Oh, yeah, squeegee. Hi, baby. Tinting. See the tint? That's good, right? Say hi to the audience. Okay, first piece is done. Official. And it looks good. I actually, so far I like the results. So let me show you real quick on the first piece. Okay, let's take a look at the first piece. It actually looks fantastic. It did everything I wanted it to do. See how there's no bubbles, there's no wrinkles. I do have to tuck the tint in a little bit more over here, which is fine. I gotta tuck it in a little bit more over here, which is fine. I'll get that done. The bottom line, there's really not much significance to the bottom line since it already is naturally tinted down under there, but it does look great. It looks perfect. And I'm quite surprised that I got it done on the first shot. So that looks done. It's gonna tuck it in, but we can do that at the very end. I'm gonna give it some heat too. I think it may need a little heat. See how it's bubbling, not bubbling, but see how it's rolling back up? I think it's gonna need a little bit of heat. I can do it at the very end, do it all at once, but it has accomplished. And if you compare it to the other side, see this is the before. All right, take a quick snappy of that. Before and after. Oh my God, looks so much better. Okay, one piece down, two more pieces to go. So let's do this. I think since I'm better, I think with the hatch up, I'm better off doing the other side now. So let's do the passenger side big piece. Do that next. This is the driver's side. Let's do the passenger side. And the way the camera is, you're not going to see that much of it. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I'm going to probably pause the camera and I'll just show you what the other side looks like, because you've already seen the result of what it's going to look like on one side versus the other. I like doing the before and after, so you got to see that. So now I'm going to do same. I'm going to do the passenger side, same exact thing, and let's rock and roll. Oh. First things first, you got to do the prep. See, that was the key. The prep is the key. The prep is the key. No shortcuts. Prep is the key. Let's do that. We're going to do waterless wash. Waterless wash first. This corner is definitely the detail spray. Last but not least, you know, it's alcohol spray, right? I always do spritz, spritz, spritz though. I don't know why. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Alcohol spray. That's done. Put our rag exactly the way we had it so we don't forget the corners. All right, let's rock and roll with this one. Separate. Just gonna peel this off. Go for it. Actually, it will help me. So much paper. Okay, rock and roll. The only thing that's going on right now, it's a little bit breezy, so I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful, but the breeze feels so good. Alright, tint's off. Tint is off. And it didn't, the only thing I don't want it to do is to like fold into each other. And I just lost a piece of, all right, let's rock and roll. top looks good. I'm happy with it so far. So now we're going to do the bottom piece. Okay, it's on there. I just noticed something. It does need a little bit of a trim on the bottom. I don't think I can tuck it in. So for some reason it doesn't want to tuck in. So let me try to cut it without ruining it. I have the scissors here, but I don't know if this is going to be sharp enough. But we'll give it a shot. So we'll try it on the passenger side first. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you real quick what I did on this side. I'll show you where the little error came into play, but I just need a sharp knife and I can fix it. I'm just going to leave it as is though for now, because if I keep messing with it, I'm going to ruin the part that's going to be good. So let me show you real quick. Okay, so this looks good. No wrinkles, no bubbles. It was a little bit more, it's very workable. I actually give it a lot of credit. It's very workable. Got everything tucked in over here. This is the part that needs the cutting, but that's okay. I could live with this for a day or two, but for now, this is the result. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna close the hatch and work on the middle taillights, and then we're done. So we're only, I would say we're halfway done. We're actually more than halfway, because this is the big pieces. We have 2 more pieces left, and then of course we'll show you the full reveal. So let me lower the tailgate. We'll do the next step. Okay, let's lower the hatch. All right, we got a knife. Hopefully this is sharp enough. I'll try it on this side. Finally, got it cut. Nice. And it just needs the squeegee to tuck it in, and we are done on this side. Perfect. I'm gonna show you this. This looks really good now. A little bit hard to work with cutting wise, but that's my fault. Okay, voila. Cut it. Looks awesome. Very happy, very pleased. Looks fantastic. All right. We have 2 more pieces to go, and then we'll be done. All right. Let's do it. Okay, now we're gonna do the middle pieces. I think the toughest part, and this is the same holds true with the Rivian, is that we have to make sure that the top on both sides line up on both top and bottom, or else it's going to look stupid. But as you can see, the Rivian is matching on both sides. Same thing with the middle part. So I have to make sure that the top part of the black is going to match when I put this on. So that's the next step. But the first step before all that, we got to prep. So let's do the prep right now. This is the driver's side. So let's do the driver's side first, and we'll do the passenger side second. So let's do the prep of the driver's side. Last but not least, the alcohol spray. So this alcohol spray, I had 2 of these, and the extra one that I had did the Rivian, and now it's done this. So thank you, Lux, for the alcohol spray. Spritz. Love the prep work, because it really makes life a lot easier when you're trying to put this stuff on. All right, let that drying off a little bit. I'm gonna take my glasses off again, because the sun's about to set. You can't tell. I need to take the glasses off. I know I look ugly without my glasses on, but it is what it is. not pretty, but once I start putting it on, lining it up, smoothing it out, it'll look nice. All right, I think it's done. Let's take a look. Let's lower it down so it's even. Good enough. Oh, all right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, let me just squeegee that in a little bit. Show you. That. All right, so let's take a look-see with our camera. All right, the inner driver's side is now done. So again, no bubbles, no wrinkles. Again, I got to tuck in a little bit better in certain areas, but I just have to hit it with some heat. This might be a two-parter. I may not be finishing tonight with this. I was going to put on the first coat, and I think I'll finish this up in the morning because I'm running out of daylight, and I really want to get the other side done. And then I want it to bake in the sun too. So once it's baked in the sun, then we can do our final thoughts. But this is what the before looks like. Okay, picture that. Take a snappy of that. That's the before. And that, my friends, is the after. It looks really good. What an improvement. All right, let's do the final piece and then we'll be done. It's a little bit breezy. We're gonna take a chance, but I think it's gonna be workable. So without further ado, let's do it. Okay, so we got the driver's side all done. Looks fantastic, like I just said. And now we just got to do the passenger side, and this project is now done. I'm so psyched. This is looking so good. It really is. All right, the last piece. Oh, and I was really worried about this extra lip. See this extra piece that was sticking out? I thought I had to cut this, but no, it tucks in right under here. It tucks in under this lip. So I don't have to cut it. It's actually a pretty good thing. It is really windy. I hope I can do this. Look how windy it is. It's supposed to be down here. See, the wind's taking it. Just have to be extra careful. We're almost done. Home stretch, baby. It's 7:09. The sun sets at 7:30. I want to get done before 7:30. So let's do this. Gotta do the prep. Can never do shortcuts. Remember, kids, it does not matter how late it is or how much you're running behind. You got to do your prep. I almost did it without the prep. I got to do the prep. Got to do the prep. It's been night and day difference. I haven't had one instance of a bubble or a piece of rock or anything. Oop, I just screwed up the detail spray first. I'm going to do where I was going. All right, so we'll use a different corner. Use this corner now for the wash. Okay, I shouldn't be talking. I should just be doing it. This corner was the detail spray. All right, last but not least, our spritz alcohol spray. Gotta use the alcohol spray. Oop. Wind is taking. Got enough. All right. Always got to do your prep. Always got to do your prep. All right, let's do this. I'm ready to peel and stick. Peel and stick, baby. Take your time. Wind died down for 2 seconds. Let's do this. Drove off perfect, didn't flop on its side, so we were good to go. Let's work it. Okay, we're almost done. I just have to squeegee it in, hit the lines. I'm gonna hit it with some heat, and then we're done. All right, let me show you. Okay, boys and girls, I think we're done. So there's the finished product. Looks really good. It's like, this is really the easiest tint I've ever worked with. This is easier than Lux. Thinner is better. Thinner is better. We'll see how well it holds up over time, but thinner is better. It was the easiest one to work with. Barely had to use the squeegee. I will hit it with heat real quick, just to be sure, just to let it set, and then it will, but it's, all the lines look even. I gotta tuck that in a little bit better, but the lines for the most part are even. They don't have to be perfect. From a distance, that's what you want. You want the look from a distance, 30 feet away. This is not gonna be a 10-foot or 5-foot show here. But yeah, I gotta tuck that in a little bit over here. That'll be something we'll do tomorrow, but absolutely positively love the look. Better than it was. That's all I can say, better than it was. It looks cleaner, it looks better. It eliminated some of the reflector on it. So I can't be happier with the results. In fact, I'm gonna turn the lights on and see how it looks with the lights. Let's hit the lights. Okay, so this is with the lights on. This is where you might see a couple of imperfections, but not too many. There is a gap right here. Actually, no, that's supposed to be there. Yeah, that's really the look that you're looking for. It absolutely looks perfect. Everything looks lined up. I don't see any flaws in this. And you still have the light on the side. So you're really not eliminating anything. You're just making it crisper and cleaner. But I really like it. It turned out absolutely fantastic. I don't think I could have done better. We could always take it off and put it back on. No, we could always take it off and buy another kit and do it again. But I think for the most part, this half an hour that it took total to put this on, very, very pleased with it. Let me turn the lights off one more time. We'll do one more walkthrough and then we'll end this video. Okay, one last go around. Again, we have a few things to tuck in, but other than that, this looks absolutely perfect. Very pleased with it, very pleased. Never had an issue with the curves. That's what was the biggest issue with the Rivian and with the Lux. With the Lux, I had more of an issue with the front than the back. But yeah, this is awesome. I bet you the middle part that I have on the Rivian, I bet you if I use the Crux would be the star of the show. So, yep, that's it. Let me give you my final thoughts and we'll call this a video. Let me do some heat first. I'm gonna do some heat first and then we'll do one more walkthrough and then final thoughts. It's done. It's perfect. It's all tucked in. So basically what I did was I took the squeegee, put the tint down, heated it up, so this way it would stick, and as I take the squeegee off, it would then shrink and adhere. So that's the basic premise. I might have to hit it a couple more times, but this is all we can do for tonight. I will probably hit it again tomorrow, but for the most part, this is done. We'll do one more walkthrough, and then we'll call this a video. But it's very successful, very successful. So we don't have to make another fail video. Go ahead. One more walkthrough, and then give my final thoughts. One more walkthrough again. It did what it was supposed to do, and that is to show all the black, none of the red. Everything turned out even. Very, very close. I mean, as close as you could get. I think the Rivian's more off than this Crux. The Crux stuff really worked well. Very pleased with the way it worked. No bubbles, no wrinkles. And if I had any, very easy to work on. Very easy to work on. Didn't ruin the tint, which is key. Did not ruin the tint. So we'll just give this a day to cure. But other than that, we are done. This project is done and is successful. Hails to the yeah. Hails to the yeah. Hails to the yeah. Right, baby? Baby just watching. She loves watching me do my videos even if she does not want to partake in them. Alright, so without further ado, we'll end this part of the video. We'll give you my final thoughts, and that'll be it. Okay, final thoughts, final thoughts, final thoughts. Crux tint, taillight tint for the Jeep Grand Cherokee and on my Trackhawk was a success. So before we talked about the 3 different tints. We talked about Lux being, I guess it's like the mama bear just right, sort of. It's like the middle bear just right because it was thin enough and workable enough, but you needed their squeegee. That's why you had a squeegee. And you needed a hairdryer, for sure. Rivian, too thick, too hard to work with. It's still not 100% perfect. I might take it off to put Crux on. Now Crux, it was thin. Now that concerned me because I thought maybe I would stretch out the tint, which is sometimes it happens. It would throw off all the lines because you need straight lines. And I just thought it wasn't going to be work. I thought it was just going to be too thin. It wound up being perfect. And for the most part, I have the squeegee, but most of the time I just use my fingers. So the Crux tint is a winner. I would say Lux, because of the way they package it and because of the way they cut it, Lux still is first place. Crux is definitely second place. Rivian's in behind in third place, probably fourth place. If I had another tint to use, Rivian would probably be in fourth place. But nonetheless, Crux is a definite contender to Lux. Crux and Lux. We're going to confuse that all day long. But the Crux definitely was a contender, and it looks absolutely fantastic on the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. So without further ado, I'm going to give you a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up Crux. Love the product. Didn't need the second kit, thank God. I don't know where the second kit is. I could have sworn I bought 2 kits, and I don't know where the second kit is. And I'm glad I was able to put all this on in one shot, one kit. Done. Done. So, I guess my final thoughts are over. So let's end the video. So thank you again for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you like this video, if you like the video, please tap the like button. Please tap the like button. This is another cool mod for the Trackhawk. I hope you enjoyed it. Another cool thing you can do. Now keep in mind, one more time. Lux gives you this part, but Crux could give you both the outside and the inside. So when you get a Crux kit, you don't need the Rivian kit. You don't need the Rivian kit. Just the Crux kit and the Lux kit and you'll be fine. So put in a comment. Tell me about how, whatever you did to tint the taillights. Tell me if this is going to help you tint your taillights. And definitely, I recommend Crux. Definitely get that because you have to use Crux because, unfortunately, Lux doesn't tint this part of the taillight. Crux does. Lux only tints the bottom. So definitely put it in the comment, hit the like button, and share the video with everyone you know. Also, if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. We still have more mods for the Trackhawk, more mods for the Hellcat, more mods for the Focus ST. We have more mods, it'll never stop. And if you don't hit the bell notification, you won't get me alerted the next time I launch another cool video. So please, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you. Without further ado, thank you again for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you who watches my videos. In addition to thanking you, please also always be safe out there. Be safe. Wash your hands. Sanitize. Don't touch your face if you haven't already done so. And always wear a face covering. Face covering. Always have this with me at all times. Always have a face covering. COVID-19. You need to be safe out there. Be safe indoors. It's mandatory in New Jersey, so I always have this with me. And I hate having to do this each and every time, but until this COVID-19 pandemic is over, we're still going to give you that safety message. So please be safe out there. Please be safe. And again, thank you again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. In fact, it is nighttime. It is 7:36. The sun has now set. Oh no, I take that back. The sun sets at 7:44. 7:36, the sun's going to set. So hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And if you're watching this during the day, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And without further ado, this video is over. So the last thing we do in all my videos, and this is the last thing I'm going to do for you right now, is we're going to peace out. So peace, 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 peace. Peace to all of you. Thank you again for watching. Be safe out there. Be safe. Again, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Give you some sign of peace. One more time. Thank you for watching. And again, we'll catch you on the next video. So without further ado, I'll give you peace.